Oh. Well, well. Shen, a ghost lying in this wardrobe. A ghost. Shen, a ghost lying in this wardrobe. It's a female body, and she has been dead for some time. Did we see her last night? Mr. Shen, I think I heard someone screaming inside the house. What this? Another body. Someone died. Could it be Lo Shih-wen again? Soldier, let's not rush to conclusions. Allow us to examine the body first. Shen, this is the girl we encountered by the creek last night. I also saw her photo in the newspaper. According to that article, her name is Lo Pei, editor at the Golden Words Publishing House. She was a longtime partner of Lo Pei, and she was responsible for editing all of his books. How did Miss Liu die? You'll need to determine that after a thorough examination of the body. The deceased's face is noticeably bruised and swollen, with a bluish-purple color. It's probably caused by strangulation of the neck and obstruction of blood flow. Blood film at the corner of her mouth. There's also white powder on the lips. The white powder looks somewhat familiar. Shen, let me take a look. There's a smell of rice. Yes, it is crumbs from a rice cake. Reappearance of the rice cake. Could it be that this girl, like you, ate a rice cake with knockout drugs? It is possible. Curious. Her jaw joint, neck muscles, upper limb muscles, and leg joints are all exhibiting rigor mortis. Rigor mortis has spread throughout the whole body. No signs of relaxation yet. Liver mortis was found at the wrists of the body. Abrasions and contusions of the fingertips with minor subcutaneous bleeding. Fingernails and surrounding skin damaged, possibly from scratching or clawing. Common defensive wounds in strangulation cases, suggesting victims struggled before death. Liver mortis is present at the ankles. There's stiffness present in the toe joints. There's a deep red mark below the throat, with localized discoloration and epidermal bleeding. There seems to be symptoms of fractured laryngeal cartilage. This is a fatal injury. She was strangled to death. The strangulation mark is thick, long. No sign of finger pressure or crescent-shaped nail marks. It shows a weapon was used. The murderer may have used a rod-like object to strangle the victim. What is this? There are also two vertical marks evenly distributed on the surface. Afu, this needs to be documented separately. Got it. The weapon is a rod with two vertical marks. Verified. How are the results of the investigation? Alright. Oh. Poor gal. Ooh, we have a whole bunch of new... folks to add to this chapter. Alright, so... Mo Li Tai translated name for Professor James Moriarty, the famous villain in the stories of Sherlock Holmes. He was dubbed the Napoleon of crime. Outwardly a university mathematics professor with a respectable reputation, but secretly the head of a global criminal organization, masterminding half the crimes in London. Crimes George over there in London. The inspiration for this character is widely believed to have been drawn from Adam Worth, a notorious criminal of the 19th century. Cao Neng Tao, translated name for Arthur Conan Doyle, author of the stories of Sherlock Holmes. One of the most significant authors in the history of detective fiction, Conan Doyle originally pursued a career in medicine. After graduating, he opened a private clinic, which unfortunately did not attract many patients. So the novels he wrote in his spare time gained immense popularity. Besides the stories of Sherlock Holmes, he also wrote romance, science fiction, and historical fiction. That's why he killed off Sherlock Holmes. Correct, he wanted to focus on other works, but the fans demanded their Holmes. And so he brought Sherlock Holmes back from the dead. Jian Sheng literally means the one who is born first in Chinese, but is extended to become a respectful term for a knowledgeable person, regardless of gender. In the Book of Rituals, it's mentioned, when you meet a Jian Sheng, you should not go beyond the road to engage in conversation with others, which refers to addressing a teacher as Jian Sheng. Additionally, this term has been used to address male spouses, officials, accountants, Taoist priests, and others. Modern times, this is influenced by the English word Mr. Jian Sheng has begun to be used as a term of respect for males. Huh. Fucking males co-opting shit again. Yes, rigor mortis, muscle rigidity and contraction after death. 1 to 3 hours after death, spreads. External temperature and physical condition of the deceased can also be into consideration, so it's not a general window influenced by... Livor mortis is the whole lividity, blood pooling in areas where the body is settled, right? Livor mortis refers to visible purple-red bruises formed by the cessation of blood circulation, the accumulation of blood in the lower parts of the body after death, yes. Time, pressure, and cause of death can all affect the shape and color of livor mortis. Livor mortis can be used to determine the time of death, posture of death, and whether there have been any changes in the state of the body. It feels good knowing that I still know things on occasion. The girl in the wardrobe was strangled by a blunt weapon. The time of her death? Her body shows total rigor mortis with no signs of relaxation. The finger and toe joints are stiff. Preliminary assessment indicates that the victim was killed approximately 14 hours ago. The time of death can be influenced by various factors. My judgment may not be precise. It will be advisable to have a coroner conduct further examinations for a more accurate analysis. It's good that she did not die during my shift. I wonder when you came on duty. Was there anyone else who rotated shifts with you? Afternoon. Not long before I came on duty, officer. Assigned only me to guard. It's currently 2 p.m., which means you arrived less than 2 hours ago. Seems that you have limited information as well. Then, what should I do next? It's a murder case. Go and report to Judge Cheng right away. Shen, what should we do next? We need to reinvestigate this room from the perspective of a crime scene. Shen, it's really hot in this room. I'll extinguish the charcoal brazier. Chen, look. This is partially burned fabric, isn't it? This is silk. With its color and pattern, it looks the same type of fabric as Lo Pei's lost coat. Could this be the blood-stained coat we have been looking for? Lo Shih-wen was wearing that overcoat when he disguised himself as Lo Pei. The fabric is quite distinctive, so I don't think I could mistakenly identify it. It seems that Lo Shih-wen used the charcoal brazier to burn the evidence. And there's a possibility of that. Though there remain only fragments, these should be enough to report to Judge Chang. We have many other things to report now. Alright. As a report about Lo Pei in the newspaper. Punctured. Should be documenting anger. Shen, do you think the marks on the wall are related to this murder case? I cannot determine any direct connection at the moment, but it is also possible that there is an indirect connection. I'll also take a note of it. Good. Alright. We will keep that in mind, as they say. Shen, look here. I have found crucial evidence. What evidence? Footprints. Must have been left by the murderer. How about you take the opportunity to review the method of footprint analysis? Mention a proportional relationship between height and barefoot length. Footprint size doesn't equal barefoot length. You should consider shoe type and features. Subtracting inner and outer differences and allowing for space, you can get the barefoot length. And lastly, multiply the length of the barefoot by 7. But then you can roughly estimate the height of the murderer. You remember well. I got it. There are 2 murderers. Their souls are respectively of wave pattern and swastika pattern. Why did you stop? Huh? I carved a swastika pattern soul for myself a few days ago. My shoe sole has a wave pattern. After all that, it turns out to be our own footprints. Finding clues is really difficult, isn't it? All contact leaves traces. This principle applies to detectives as well. It was a significant Hindu and Jain and Buddhist symbol, and it's being used as such here. Obviously, if this is Buddhist leaning, I believe it's a specific point of this being a symbol for the auspicious footprints of the Buddha. But very culturally significant to those religions and areas long before it ever got horribly destroyed by a horrible party of war criminals and massive monsters. But yes, just keep that in mind. When we focused on finding the murder, we tended to ignore our presence at the scene. No, today I must regain my dignity. I'm going to investigate every footprint in this house. 30 minutes later, Judge Chang's not arrived yet. After searching the entire room, the only footprints I found were mine and yours. Afu, please record this in the case file. Huh? Oh? Do you want to record this too? Sometimes the absence of evidence can be just as important as the presence of evidence. Floor was covered in dust. No footprints other than those of Shen Zhongping and Afu were found. Did burning the coat... Like, the floor was probably clean, but then Shih-wen burnt the coat, and that gave off, like, a cloud of ashes across the room. So when we arrived, burning the coat was the last, burning the coat was the last act that happened. And, sorry, I got distracted by something going outside for a second. So the last act that happened was burning the coat and gave off this clue. So once Shih-wen came back and burnt the coat, that was not, the scene was not disturbed. Food box? By the way, how'd you know that steamed buns were delivered 6 hours ago? It was written on the note next to the box. 21st, 7:25 a.m. at the end of the alley. At the end of the alley, Lo's house. It is approximately 6 hours ago. You are really perceptive, Shin. If I had known something like this would happen, I definitely wouldn't have eaten those buns. How were the taste of the steamed buns at the crime scene? They were delicious, not spoiled at all. So you insist. Let's think. Shit, these vertical marks look like some sort of decorative pattern on a rod. What kind of rod would have such vertical marks on it? I can't think of anything right now either. During the investigation, we need to pay special attention. Do the crumbs on her mouth suggest that she had also eaten this rice cake? In theory, that's correct. It seems the methods in both cases are similar. First incapacitation, then the killing. Her hands show clear signs of defensive wounds, indicating she struggled before death. This is different from Lo Pei's situation. Oh, really? Does that mean she didn't actually eat the rice cake? Or the rice cake she ate didn't contain any knockout drugs? Or she was strangled after regaining consciousness? Both possibilities are plausible. At least the victim was not strangled while in a state of unconsciousness. The role of the rice cake in this case needs further investigation. Curious. Detective novels. Something big was some ceramic vessels in the middle of the bookshelf, but they are now gone. Cabinet is filled with crumpled, discarded manuscripts. Someone is helping practice his techniques. Moriarty. And the words on this paper must be related to the case. It'd be great if we could recover the words from this paper. Not difficult, just need to use this. Charcoal? Good idea. Perhaps you could apply charcoal to the paper. The indentations can be made visible. This is very clean. Alright. Alright, how clean do we need to get this? Oh, okay. I'm just silly and, Oh, I got an achievement for that, using the charcoal to uncover the entire letter. Words appear! Take a look and see what it says! Books were written by Lo Shih-wen. Inadequate. Lo Pei deceived us. Editor. Responsible. Final ultimatum. If not reported, extraordinary measures. Never tolerate. Lo Pei deceived us. Editor responsible. Many words do not come through clearly. It's fragmented and intermittent. The text is not complete. This should be the second half of a letter. It seems that Lo Shih-wen is accusing Lo Pei of plagiarizing his book. No, no, none of you truly understand. That's mine. It belongs to me. All this is mine. That would explain. I see. It's understandable why Lo Shih-wen would react that way when being accused. Lo Shih-wen also mentioned that the editor had responsibility. Isn't Lo Pei's editor Liu Pisheng? Is this the reason why Lo Shih-wen killed her? It is still difficult to make any conclusions now. Shen, the house has been searched thoroughly. Shen, what should we do next? Miss Liu was murdered 14 hours ago. Murder occurred at around midnight. It's not long after I arrived at Lo Pei's house. It's hardly possible that you and I were the last people to see her. Afu, last night you were in town. Did you notice anything unusual? After we separated, I went to find the blacksmith Zheng Ta. Then I watched him forge iron all night for the blacksmith's workshop. Finally, we prepared all the repair parts I need. Anything related to the murder case? I really didn't pay attention. Well, that's normal too. Shen, let's go and ask the others in town. There might be eyewitnesses. While it's worth a try, it's unlikely to have eyewitnesses since the case happened late at night. Daytime may offer a better chance to find witnesses.
Huh?
Daytime? Wasn't this case supposed to have happened at night? The reason for doing so was revealed to me by the box of steamed buns. Steamed buns? The presence of that box inside the house contradicts a certain clue at the scene. You referring to the footprints? Yes. Someone brought the steamed buns into the house, but there were no footprints left behind. This is obviously abnormal. Are you suggesting that someone cleaned up the footprints at the scene? Could be the box deliverer or someone else who entered and left after him. Whoever it is, this person is undoubtedly closely related to the case. Indeed. Otherwise, there would have been no need for him to clean up the footprints at the scene. More than just footprints were cleaned up. Though no signs of a fight were found inside the house, the victim had defensive wounds. Those fighting traces might have been cleaned up as well. It is highly possible that the murder weapon was also taken away by him. That's right. Shen, let's go and find this person right away. Sure. Perhaps we would first visit the cow's snack stall. Want to buy some snacks? Eating is not the top priority after all. Since we miss her, alright? I want to find out what happened to Miss Liu last night. Why was she crying so broken-hearted, and how did she become like this by the morning? Auntie Vu, this is the scene of the crime. Officer Ma? Coroner, it's really hot in this house, isn't it? You again. What are you doing here? Of course, we're investigating the crime scene. How dare you? Mr. Shen is overly involved in a matter that should be handled by the officials. Afu and I discovered the body in the wardrobe, so I couldn't just stand by and do nothing. It's not even possible to stand by. Who knows if Officer Ma might consider us suspects? If you are truly innocent, I will not accuse you wrongly. Enough idle talk. Hurry up and leave. Auntie Vu and I are going to investigate the crime scene. Alright, have fun, Officer Ma. Mr. Shen, please leave quickly. If Officer Ma sees you, he draw his sword again. Oh, that ship has sailed. I have a few questions for you, soldier. I'll leave after asking. Okay, go ahead. Have you seen anyone suspicious, soldier? Everything is normal, except... Except what? Oh, Cho was wandering about early in the morning. Is it an old man dressed as a scholar? Yes, he is an old scholar. Let's go and ask him. Okay, go ahead. A seal. Is the seal on the door pasted by you? Yes, it's me. Can you remember the exact time when you put on the seals? I arrived at noon and first went to post a notice on the wall. I stayed for about 15 minutes. Then I came here to put on the seals and stand guard. Oh! Posted a list, came here to guard. Okay, go ahead. Lo Shih-wen. Do you know anything about Lo Shih-wen? Lo Shih-wen is a lazy bone. He is ungrateful and vicious. No wonder everyone dislikes him. Ungrateful and vicious? Had Lo Pei treated Lo Shih-wen well? Lo Shih-wen doesn't work, usually. Lo Pei provides him with food and clothes and a place to live in. Did Lo Pei do this because his articles were actually written by Lo Shih-wen? Lo Pei is a great writer. He is a pride of our Pero town. Even children don't bother to read what Lo Shih-wen writes. No more questions. Old scholar, eh? Sir? Alas, my heart's burdened with sorrow and worry. Sir, have you seen any suspicious individuals around here? I lament that my heart's desire remains unfulfilled. I have no words to express my sorrow. Eh? Shen, it seems like... I didn't quite understand. Sir said he's troubled by something, and he is not in the mood to talk until he solves it. Well, sir, what's been troubling you? I'm sad and worried, and as if a thorn had struck in my throat. I look up at the roof and sigh, alas.
Huh?
Oh. Looking up at the roof and sigh. Is your trouble related to leaves? It's my admission ticket. Thatched eaves. Wind bullies me because I seem old and weak. What the old scholar meant to say is, the wind swept his admission ticket onto the roof. You learn fast. Oh, Shen, seems that you have started talking in his way. Just a joke. Sir, we will find a way to help you get your admission ticket back. After that, could you please tell us what you've seen in the vicinity? I'll repay you for your great kindness. Alright, so... Fu, there's a ladder here, but it's already damaged. If only I had brought my invention, the robot hand that could easily grab things within reach. Long-distance water cannot quench immediate thirst, my brilliant inventor. Yeah, Yangtze. Feels very ace to... That... Well, it's more practical to repair the ladder. The ladder's missing a crossbeam. We need to find suitable materials to replace it. Alright, we can't do that. Shen, bamboo can be used to repair the ladder. Uncle, we're detectives helping investigate cases. Can you cut off a section of bamboo for us? We can use it as the beam of a ladder. As... beam? Ladder... beam. Oh, okay. All right. I heard Master Lo was murdered by his nephew. I also heard about this. What a terrible thing. Lo Shih-wen was incredibly lazy, loafing around all day and relying solely on his uncle. Damn kids and their handouts. It's unbelievable that he would kill his own uncle. It's a shame that someone as talented as Master Lo had to come to such a tragic end. There you go, a section of bamboo long enough to be used for beam. Thank you. It's a beam. Alright, let's do our ladder climbing. I can handle that. Go, Afu. Construction noises. It's done. Afu climbed on the roof. Good lad. It seems that the paper on the roof isn't the admission ticket. You already knew it, Jen. The 4 books annotations. Looks like the cover of a book. It is a book, but perhaps not a very good one. It is a cheating tool. How should we explain this to the old scholar? I've searched around on the roof, but there's only this piece of paper. Show it to him first. Wen Sung. Bamboo cutter. Heavy accent. Bit hard of hearing. Ah. Old scholar. Identity scholar. Joint stiffness. Ventral stiffening and contraction of muscles after an organism's death. Death occurred at least 9 to 12 hours prior. Alright, so. Mission ticket. Oh, to examinations. Oh. Candidate's name and seat number. Candidates submit their exam paper. They must peel off the admission ticket to keep for comparison when the results are announced. Okay. Wow, that is very, modern day. Okay. Similar enough, you have a, student number or test number, whatnot. And that's how your test results are logged? Okay. It's just you take your ticket with your number on it, compare it to the results. And its height, facial features, birthmarks. Ah, okay, so... Also means that counterfeiting and theft were viable options they had to account for, too. Unique cheating tool. 1/14th the size of a traditional bound book. Contained the complete text of the Great Learning, Doctrine of the Mean, the Analects of Confucius, plus detailed annotations by prominent scholars from the Song Dynasty. Characters were extremely small, resembling the size of a mosquito's head, yet the strokes were remarkably clear. Recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the ancient book with the smallest size and text, among over 100,000 kinds of ancient books. Wow, some things really were universal. Is this what you wanted? Please take a closer look. This is the 4... Oh, it indeed belongs to me. Thank you, gentlemen. You're welcome. Just help us with our investigation. Go ahead, go ahead. Dead body was found at Lo's house. Did you see anyone suspicious or out in or out in the morning? This is a big matter indeed. I've got it. It's a murder case. That man seems highly suspicious. The old scholar's a witness. That's great. Please provide more. Whoa. Oh, hello. Here they go. Please provide more details about him. There's a snake's head and rat's eyes, holding a weapon and carrying a box. He must be the murderer. Eh? I dare not speak without certainty. I know that this object resembles an iron club. Resembling an iron club? It is indeed possible to be the murder weapon. If you to apprehend the murderer successfully, I will go into the court to identify him. All right. So it is finished, young man. Could you help me take a look at the list?
Huh?
See the list? Sir, are you mistaken? It's not an admission ticket, but the cover of the 4 books' annotations. What? What? It's not my admission ticket? Alas, my admission ticket must have been left at home. Oh, here. Is he trying to cover up the fact that he was cheating? Ah, the old scholar may have poor eyesight, but he walks quite steadily and fast. Yeah, he ran off in quite a hurry. Okay, we can't talk to you. Oh. Oh, that's a nice hat. A young lad, this is incredible. A ray of enlightenment is bursting from your eyes. You are truly a natural genius in reasoning. Did I really have such a remarkable talent all along? Indeed, I, Lao Kwai, have never misjudged anyone's abilities. If we could unlock the reasoning pathway in your mind, imagine the heights you could reach. How can I unlock the pathway to reasoning? With 3 easy payments of $19.99 a month. You're lucky that I just opened my stall today and you happened to come by. Read 10 detective novels from my stall and you will become the reincarnated Master Lo, too. Mr. Hu, we are investigating the murderer at Lo Shih-wen's house. May I ask you some questions? Sure, go ahead. Mr. Hu, you haven't told me how to unlock my pathway to reasoning yet. Offer, please. I selected a set of books for you. Once you finish them, you become a master of reasoning. You start with these detective novels. Once you have gained some experience, you can start reading Sherlock Holmes. Oh, he's just a fandom, bro. Save Master Lo's books for later, as they are more advanced and require deeper understanding. You're not advanced enough to understand the works of Master Lo. Remember, it's not enough to just read once. You must read attentively, closely, and repeatedly. You will notice things you didn't notice before when you reread books you finished once. That is an actual fact. As long as I read all of them, will I become a detective as skilled as Shen? Of course, I, who Lao Kwai, never lie. Would I sell books outside the court if I lied? Soldiers from the court often buy books from me. Each of them has a copy of Master Lo's book. Especially the Officer Ma. He buys at least 10 copies whenever Master Lo releases a new book. Otherwise, could he become the sergeant? Do you know Liu Picheng? Are you referring to Miss Liu, the editor of the Golden Words publishing house? Master Lo's achievements today are largely due to Miss Liu's insight. I still have her business card. Oh. Liu Picheng? With the seal stamped on it? Did Miss Liu know many people in town? Has she ever had conflicts with anyone? I'm not sure about that. After all, I'm just a bookseller. Lo Shih-wen. How much do you know about Lo Shih-wen? That ungrateful brat is truly the biggest mistake in Master Lo's life. Master Lo just spoiled him too much, that's why. What do you mean by that? He's completely dependent on Master Lo for his livelihood, yet he spoke evil of Master Lo. Seems like he feels Master Lo owes him something. Is it because he thought that Master Lo's works were written by him? Just a few days ago, he even claimed that Master Lo would put his name on the novel. But he doesn't deserve it. What was Master Lo's reaction to this? Master Lo simply smiled it off. Is it possible that Lo Shih-wen was telling the truth? Young lad, you have no idea what he could write. Once he bragged near my bookstore. I couldn't stand it, so I let him write something. He struggled to write even a few words for a long time, and eventually went into a fit. Huh. Perhaps it's wrong, then. Well, that Master Lo's passed away. Alas, my heart breaks. I love listening to his stories the most. Blacksmith. Oh, really? Jung-ta, this is the detective, Mr. Shen, that I mentioned. Shit, this is the blacksmith, Jung-ta. He is highly skilled in ironwork. Jung-ta, I would appreciate your help with the boat repair parts. You're welcome. Jung-ta, We looked into the murder case at Lo's house. Could we ask you some questions? Oh. Go ahead. Weapon. What have you seen a rod with such vertical stripes? Jungta? Rod? Not a clue. Vertical stripes. Looks familiar. Please tell us right now. What's this pattern? Vertical stripes. Definitely seen them before. Can't remember right now. Well, Jungta. Last night when we were making the parts for me, I came across a small booklet. The booklet had many illustrations of various weapons. Ironwork manual. Take it. Oh. Thank you, Jungta. Shen, the recent orders and blueprints of the blacksmith are all in here. It also has the customer's information. Can Jungta the blacksmith ride? I heard from Jungta he came from a rich family and even attended a private school for a few years. Later, his father smoked opium. He couldn't afford schooling and learned from a blacksmith. Let's see what's inside. The old bamboo dealer requested to reinforce the handle of the bamboo cutting knife. Oh. Judge Chang planned to gift an oxtail sword, adding 2 copper rings and cloud engravings. Well, that's spacing. Mr. Cow requested adding a rolling axis on the rolling pin to make dough rolling easier. Lo Pei wanted to order a sharp, short dagger for self-defense. The one stuck in his chest. That's cruel irony. Ma brought his own guards for improvement. Jungta suggested adding vertical straps. Judge Chang ordered an improved hoe to boost farming efficiency. The following pages are all about choppers, farm tools, and so on. Nothing special. Curious, Judge Chang. Lo Shih-wen? Jungta, do you know anything about Lo Shih-wen? An eccentric and unpredictable person. It seems Lo Shih-wen has a really bad reputation in town. Even Jungta doesn't like him. Wonder why everyone dislikes Lo Shih-wen. He always claims that Lo Pei's books were written by him. Bored by his words. Yeah, I'm still leaning towards not directly plagiarized, but more like, if Lo Pei was helping, or if, it might be more likely that Liu Picheng was helping. We don't have her handwriting. We don't have the, like the notes in the evidence to compare her handwriting to, but I suspect it's Liu Picheng who was helping Lo Shih-wen, right? Lo Shih-wen got frustrated. Jungta, do you know Liu Picheng? No, I don't. Simple enough. Oh, what's this? Bamboo cutting knife. There's a bamboo cutter standing in the corner. On its handle are tied 2 iron hoops. Huh. Word weapon is a rod with 2 vertical stripes. Could it be the handle of the bamboo cutter? You can compare them to see. Oh. False. Not match. Shape of the stripes is quite similar, but the spacing is inconsistent. length of the handle is also not enough. It's the ornamental sword, isn't it? Cruel destiny. Cowping? Shit, it's just cow snacks. I can already smell the delightful aroma coming from the steamer. Let's go and have a chat. What would you like to order? Buns, cake, fried twists, noodle, wonton, tofu curd. No tasty, no penny. We're detectives investigating the murder case at Lo's house. May I ask you some questions? Feel free to ask, and I'll definitely cooperate. Steam buns. Your steam buns are so delicious. Is there a secret technique? Good steam buns must be made with meat in good condition. You know Shih-wen often come here to buy steam buns. Lo Shih-wen is our regular customer. Usually, he'd be paid for 5 days' worth of steam buns. We deliver them to him every morning. The steam buns delivered to his house this morning different from those on other days. No difference. They were all freshly made. But I heard that he's been arrested, so should we still deliver to him tomorrow? This is indeed a big problem. How about this? You deliver them to the court instead? Can you manage both the businesses at the stall and the food deliveries at the same time? Young Air, the errand runner, takes care of all the delivery orders. Uh-oh, we gotta talk to him. Gotta talk to him about what he saw. Where is Young Air now? He's delivering rice noodles to those soldiers. I see. Thank you, Mr. Cow. If it... Alrighty. Mr. Cow, how much do you know about Lo Shih-wen? You know his uncle, Lo Pei, is a renowned rider, right? Our town, Pelotan, was renamed because of him. Business in spa and our small shops has been booming due to the influx of readers attracted to our town. Please, tell us what you know about Lo Shih-wen. Alas, Master Lo was highly esteemed, but never expected to end up with such an incompetent nephew. Oof. Lo Shih-wen, a scholar, has passed the imperial examination. After the exam system was abolished, Lo Shih-wen turned to opium in despair and lost everything. If it weren't for Master Lo taking him in and helping him quit smoking, I'm afraid he would. Opium is really evil. Did Lo Shih-wen quit opium later? So I hear. But he still needs to take opium cessation drugs daily. Those drugs were also purchased for him by Lo Pei. It could very well be. That the editor passed the ideas along to Lo Pei, who developed them into proper, fully fledged stories. Indeed, it sounds like Lo Pei has treated Lo Shih-wen quite well. Having such a good uncle was truly a blessing. The public perception comes off as Lo Pei is a saint and Lo Shih-wen is an entitled brat. Unfortunately, he is very ungrateful. There's more to Lo Shih-wen's story than we've been led to believe so far. What if you know Lo Pei? Lo Pei? Oh, you were referring to Miss Liu. That's right, it's her. Master Lo accompanied her to my stall several times to buy rice cakes. I've also seen her and Master Lo taking a photo together, right at the entrance of that alley. How is Miss Liu's relationship with others? You should only have one acquaintance in this town, Mr. Lo. Has Miss Liu had any conflicts with anyone? I know nothing about that. Mr. Cow, please try to recall more carefully and see if you remember anything. Why don't you go and ask my son? Miss Liu occasionally played with my son, so he might know her better. Oh, wonder where your son is now. At this time, he should be playing by the creek. My son's name is Cao Tian, wearing yellow clothes. Go and try and find him. Feel free to ask, and I'll definitely... Alright. No more questions. Oh, hey, you can't go through here. Why? My commander said no. I guess Judge Chang got the news. He's worried that the murder suspect might escape. Alright, I like how this is expanding the setting. Fu, what's wrong? I suddenly remember the business card I saw earlier. The seal on it looks somewhat familiar to me. Yes, there's a similar shape on this piece of evidence. Ah, so it was the letter. Close, so there was a seal on it. Yes, the outline of the seal matches perfectly with the symbol at the end of the letter. Okay, well, maybe. Yes, that means the strange symbol is the imprint left by the seal on the back of the paper. Exactly. Shit, if that person who wrote the letter is Miss Liu, wouldn't the whole situation be reversed? Very likely indeed. Inadequate in the letter doesn't refer to Lo Shih-wen, but Lo Pei. Editor responsible actually means Miss Liu felt sorry for her fault. It means Miss Liu wrote the letter to the publishing house seeking justice for Lo Shih-wen. Not only that, but there are also annotations in a delicate handwriting on many of the discarded manuscripts. Okay, we're making that connection now. Handwriting in the annotations is the same as the handwriting in the letter. The person who was revising Lo Shih-wen's manuscripts was Miss Liu after all. Makes sense, that is her job. That is her job, and she's likely doing a favor for a friend of her biggest client. How should we locate the person who cleaned up the scene? Let's visit the town and inquire. There might be valuable information. Funds were delivered to Lo Shih-wen's at 7:45 a.m. And soldier arrived to guard the door 2 hours before, which is at noon. The suspect might have entered and left the house during this time period. During the daytime, there is also a higher probability of witnesses. Alright, you find Tian. Shen, let's hurry and go to the creek to search for clues. Alright. Goodbye. Child! Hey, little one. May I ask if you are Tian? Yes, do you know me? We are detectives, and we are catching bad guys. Would you like to help us? I love detectives the most. I also want to be a detective when I grow up. I ask you a few questions, and will you answer them seriously? Yes. Do you know a lady with short hair, round face, and glasses? Yes, I do. That's Sister Liu, and she's not a bad person. Sister Liu was bullied by bad people. Have you seen anyone who bullies her? Master Lo is the bad person. Oh, he insulted Sister Liu and even pushed her, right here in this courtyard. When did it happen? The day before yesterday. Did you hear what they were arguing about? Let me think. Mr. Liu was talking about something like co-ao. Huh? Co-author? Co-ao. Shen, do you know what co-ao is? Tian, are you sure Sister Liu said that? Yeah, Sister Liu did say that, and I heard it clearly. And Mr. Lo got angry. Very, very angry. Then he pushed Sister Liu. Detective Master Lo is a bad person. Go and catch him now. Well... Tian, once the truth is found out, we will make sure the bad guys are punished. That's great. Then I'll go and continue playing. Good lad. What? Raises a lot of interesting questions. Detective, I have another question to ask you. What question? If ants are moving, does that mean it's going to rain? If it's going to rain, I need to tell my daddy to close his stall in advance. Ants are sensitive to changes in air humidity, so... the weather doesn't seem like it's going to rain. Tian, you got it wrong. You see the white crumbs on the backs of the ants? Those are the food they're carrying. There is food inside the dry well. Rice cakes, the white crumbs. Also, it's possible that there is something in the well. Oh, oh, oh. Tactical ant action. Rice cake. Shen, I'll go down the well to have a look. Just... Can you go down? Width is just right for me. If I were any bigger, I probably wouldn't be able to get in. Let's first go find a rope and then go down the well. The bottom of the well is deep and the opening is narrow. Be cautious. Whee! Shen! Shen, I found some rice cakes in a belt for a coat down the well. There's a discarded rake head in the well, and the belt was hooked onto it. Rice cakes are all smashed. It took me a while to pick them up. Well, well. Coat belt. Belt belonging to Lo Pei's coat and rice cakes. This belt was the one on Lo Pei's coat. I saw it last night. Belt also has bloodstains. Oh, well. Now we can report to Judge Chang. Only found fragments of the coat and the brassiere. Now we have new evidence. Why didn't Lo Shih-wen dispose of the belt and the coat together? Let's think about it later. I just made another discovery. Eh? Shen, look at this. There's a thin red and yellow thread in the crevices of the well wall. This thin thread is relatively clean and brightly colored, as if not exposed to the sun and rain. Must have been stuck here recently. And I will also keep it. Alright. Shen, someone is banging on the drum. It seems the sound is coming from the direction of the court. Let's go and take a look. Oh, we've been summoned to court to address the issues. Alright. Hall drum. It's the entrance to the county government offices. In ancient times, painted red with white skins. It served three purposes. The common people had grievances. They could state their complaints by beating the drum. The county official would beat the drum to gather the crowd. Assemble the staff when entering the court. The drum is beaten to announce the county magistrates return from official duties outside, serving as a reminder for subordinates to report their work in a timely manner. Only in cases of significant or urgent matters could the common people beat the hall drum. Frivolously causing disturbance over trivial issues not only resulted in the refusal of the case, but also led to physical punishment. Punished for crying fire in a locked theater. It makes sense. So, Shen, what exactly does Ko-Ao that Tian Tian mentioned mean? I am not sure at the moment either. Regardless of what it means, that there was a heated argument between Lo Pei and Miss Liu. Lo Pei may indeed have a motive to commit murder in that case. Is it possible that Lo Pei is the one who killed Miss Liu? That's an insane sequence of events if Lo Pei killed his editor, and then Lo Shih-wen killed Lo Pei. No, that's not right. When Miss Liu was killed, Lo Pei had already been murdered. Okay, never mind. Could it be possible that Lo Shih-wen disguised himself as Lo Pei, who had an argument with Miss Liu? Lo Shih-wen deceived me because I've never seen Lo Pei before. It's hard to say whether he could have deceived Liu Picheng or not. The belt. Charred fragments of a coat were found in Lo Shih-wen's charcoal brassiere. The fabric of the coat is distinctive, so I shouldn't be mistaken. But why didn't Lo Shih-wen burn the entire piece of clothes? Why did he only throw the belt into the dry well? Like it was wrapped around a bundle of something. A, quick disposal outcome here. Alright. Endings. We have 4 out of 47. There's proof. Send it to evidence once. That is very neat, though. Cat command. Cat commands respect. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so we can't actually... Yeah. I like this look. We'll change it up for Chapter 2, even though it makes sense to stay in the same outfit. Nice change of pace. We'll see you next time.